Eric, if you could start by introducing yourself and your role, that would be great.
Sure. Eric Larson. I head up global sales for Avetta. Avetta is a leading platform for supply chain risk management, which means we help organizations establish a culture in an environment of safety, security, and sustainability that extends throughout their supply chain. So wherever their suppliers and contractors may operate in the world, and be they even subcontractors, we're making sure that they have the visibility to, and the ability to enforce the right standards.
So you've obviously just come out of your session. Tell us a bit about it. What were the kind of key themes that emerged?
Yeah, so this session just now was about the digitization, if you will, of procurement. And I think some of the key themes were quite consistent. A lot of discussion about the how do you succeed. And I think, key themes that came across there, starting with a strategy and a set of priorities that the organization buys into, then having executive sponsorship and commitment that lines up to that. And then that once you have that foundation, then the next level of challenges and areas of focus like change management become easier to tackle. But you really need to start with, okay, what is the strategy? What's our true north? And who in the leadership is going to stand behind this?
So that's more specifically your session. The event as a whole, what have you made it so far?
My first one. Great event. Really excellent networking here. For us, it's a really key stakeholder for what Avetta does. So it was great to just have the opportunity to network with and hear what's on their minds. I sat on a panel with 2 chief procurement officers, and so hearing their perspective was extremely valuable.
Fantastic to hear. Why, you kind of touched on it a little bit there, why overall is it kind of beneficial and important, I suppose, to bring together procurement, supply chain and sustainability executives under one roof?
I think they're all, they certainly overlap. I wouldn't, maybe even, merging. I think about sustainability and how much a supply chain executive has, I guess, both responsibility for and the ability to affect change in the sustainability of your supply chain. I see more and more procurement professionals who actually even identify by title as a supply chain professional, right? So I actually think it makes sense that they're all 3 under one roof here.
Absolutely, that certainly seems to have been a theme and kind of our goal, I suppose, with the event as a whole, to kind of bring together all those different execs together. And then finally, as we kind of come to a close, what would maybe be a key takeaway or piece of advice maybe for procurement and supply chain professionals that you'd like to extend?
I think it's just continually having the opportunity to hear from the practitioners, the people who are living this every day. In which, and those are the people that I work with, but, so like I said, having the opportunity to sit on a panel and sit in other sessions where you're really hearing from those who are trying to achieve those outcomes. One of the topics in our last session was about, how do you rationalize your procurement strategy? And I think one of the key themes that came out of that was having the opportunity to peer network and understand what others are prioritizing and how they're accomplishing it.